Hello and welcome to today's educational video. In this educational video, we are going to look at something very interesting. We're going to look at International Space Station. So that's your beautiful moon. I have focused it to 30 times zoomed. Wow, look at that. It's a beautiful moon. Alright, so I'm going to zoom out now. The time is around 6:54. Yep. And this video is about International Space Station. So let's look at what happens in that International Space Station. So International Space Station is a collaboration between the nations and NASA from United States and Russia, Japan, European Space Agency and Canadian Space Agency have all put their efforts together in terms of putting up this space station up. It's about 420 kilometers orbiting our Earth, and it does about 15 times every day. So at a huge velocity, staggering velocity of 26,000 kilometers per second, or about 26,000 kilometers per hour and 7 kilometers per second. So apparently it's meant to appear today at 7 o'clock. So in the evening. So let's look at that details there. It was launched the first time on the 20th November 1998, and the launch pad was Baikonur site in Russia apparently. And also the mass is around 419,725 kilograms. Its length is about 73 meters and the width is about 109. What we're looking at is the altitude. If you're looking at the altitude, it's roughly in between 420 kilometers from the Earth's surface. The show hasn't begun yet. Now, so it's been there orbiting for 22 years. What did they do there? There are about 6 crew members there who keep taking turns traveling there, and at a stretch they get to live there for about 6 months or so. They operate entirely differently, while we get the comfort of sleeping on our comfy bed, and we have access to the quilts and everything, but they would be operating there differently in zero gravity environment. And that's, and again they are traveling at a very high speeds of 26,000 kilometers on an average every day. They'll be looking at 15 sunrises and 15 sunsets and living larger than life. So that's about them. And then they do research on technology, on microbiology and biology, space biology, and apparently astrobiology. So physics and chemistry, name the domain, they all continuously working towards making the humankind finding out the ways to keep humans safe on the Earth. So all of the research are towards how to go and improve the human life on the Earth. So yep, these are the crew members. Meet our crew members: Kate Rubins, Sergei Rizklov, Sergei Kudzweschov, Michael Hopkins, Victor Glover, Shannon Walker, Soshi Nagoshi. Hope I got all the pronunciation right. And so that's about it. And we're just waiting for the time to be 7:05. Hopefully we will start looking at some action up in the sky. And the orbital period is 92 minutes and 68 seconds, which is roughly about an hour and a half for one whole orbit for the International Space Station to go around the Earth. And the days it would take, it had been there, is 22 years. And number of orbits so far is 125,964. It's quite interesting. trust me, people would have difficulties in reverse parking the car, and here the astronauts are launched through a rocket, and then this rocket will release the module into the orbit, and they would go around for 3 days before they come into alignment with the International Space Station, and the amazing docking process begins. So the docking process begins, and then it goes and docks, and astronauts in the space station would greet them, and then they welcome them. Sometimes these rockets are sent into the space just with the payloads for the crew members. First of all, if you wanted to spot the station yourself, this is what you should do. When you go onto Google and search spot the station, it gives you what location you're in. Right now I'm in Brisbane, Australia, and it gives you from where it comes and where it disappears. Now, on today, the Monday, Monday, February the 15th, it is meant to show up at 7:05. We're waiting for another 4 more minutes, and it's going to be seen for 6 minutes. And where does this appear? It appears on the west northwest, where actually I have pointed my camera before, and I'll go back to my camera mode again. So that is west northwest, this is north, and that is northeast, and that is east, and that is southeast, and that is south. So it's gonna go all the way from west northwest from there to go and disappear in the southeast. So let's see if we are able to go and capture the whole entire show, and the show is to begin in another 3 minutes. I'm going to completely get rid of the slideshow. I might actually go and include this slideshow in the as a link in the video that I'm going to provide you, so that I can shift entirely to the camera and then start recording the whole show. So that's about it, and we are simply waiting now. The time is 7:02. We're waiting for 3 more minutes, and you will see these 6 awesome people on the planet from our beautiful planet Earth orbiting at a speed of 26,000 kilometers per hour and about 7 kilometers per second, orbiting our Earth, and can be seen from the Queensland, Australia, Brisbane. There it is. There it is. The International Space Station traveling next to the moon. You can see it. It's not bright enough at the moment, but eventually it just get, there it is, the crew members and the International Space Station that's going across the skies. They're pretty prompt, and now the time is 7:07. We got 4 more minutes to watch them. See how that International Space Station is coasting away from the moon. You can actually see that moving across the screen. It's bright enough. It's the only star if you see in the sky, and there's nothing else. You see, actually there's another star that has appeared. The ISS is actually approaching the star. They go past the star. Look at that. Wow. This is the time. Probably I should go and zoom in a little bit, but look at that. I can't hold my camera stable, so it is going past the star, and it did cross the star, and it did go past the star, and it is traveling. Again, focus it. It's actually moving away from, oh, I just saw something. It's just a bug. Okay, so it is still moving away from that star, and it's traveling towards southeast actually. So it's going to slowly go and disappear. What an amazing sight! What an amazing engineering, science, technology, mathematics, engineering, chemistry, everything involved in one single station that you can actually see. All of those 6 astronauts working hard for the benefit of the humankind on the planet, continuously monitoring, going through that staying away from their families, sacrificing everything and staying there up in the space for months together. And it's now, you see, as you see, it is actually moving, it's actually going towards southeast to disappear into the clouds. You can see that, and it's moving down slowly, and that is your International Space Station. Look at that. So these crew members, they continuously travel around looking at 15 sunrises and 15 sunsets in a day, and you can do the math. You can see how many they would be seeing in a month or a year. So that is the International Space Station for you. What an amazing sight to look at. There we go. It disappeared into the clouds now. Fantastic. Thank you so much for watching.